Every dawn presents a pivotal choice that can shape the course of your day. Yet, many remain blissfully unaware, stumbling out of slumber, seizing their phones, and surrendering their emotions to the whims of the world. But here lies a profound truth that distinguishes the thriving from the merely existing. It all unfolds in those fleeting moments right after awakening. The esteemed Roman emperor, Marcus Aurelius, once penned in his personal reflections, "When you wake up in the morning, remind yourself that the individuals I encounter today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly." Instead of succumbing to despair, he leveraged this insight to fortify his mind, preparing not for defeat, but for resilience. In these precious morning seconds, your brain is at its most pliable state. Neuroscience reveals that the initial thoughts you entertain can literally reshape your neural pathways, establishing automatic reactions that will guide your entire day. Yet, far too many squander this invaluable opportunity, lost in the endless scroll of social media, absorbing the burdens of others, or diving headfirst into the day's stress. The Stoics uncovered a revolutionary concept. You possess the power to program your mind for success, serenity, and unwavering confidence by affirming 10 specific truths each morning. These are not fanciful dreams or hollow affirmations. They are grounded in reality, aligning your mindset with the true nature of the world. Imagine awakening tomorrow morning with genuine enthusiasm for the day ahead, regardless of the hurdles that may lie in wait. Picture yourself confronting criticism, setbacks, and uncertainties with a calm confidence that leaves others wondering what secret you hold. The ancient Greeks spoke of ataraxia, a state of unshakable tranquility, a profound peace with oneself and one's place in the universe, undeterred by the chaos surrounding them. This tranquility isn't an inherent trait. It is cultivated, one morning at a time. In just a few moments, you are about to discover the exact phrases that have empowered generals to win battles, entrepreneurs to build empires, and everyday individuals to evolve into extraordinary versions of themselves. Each declaration is meticulously crafted to address specific weaknesses that hinder progress: fear, comparison, lack of focus, emotional reactivity, and procrastination. What sets this approach apart from anything you've previously encountered is that these principles have stood the test of time for over 2,000 years. They thrived in ancient Rome, endured through the world wars, and they are poised to work wonders in your life today. The pivotal question now is whether you will muster the discipline to embrace them. As we embark on this transformative journey, I invite you to take a bold step. Show your commitment by expressing your readiness to reclaim your mornings. Share your biggest morning challenges and extend this message to someone who needs to hear it. Together, we are forging a community of warriors, determined to seize control of our destinies rather than letting life unfold without our command. Whatever you do, immerse yourself fully in this experience. Every moment intricately connects to the next, crafting a rich tapestry of insights. If this strikes a chord within you, share your thoughts in the comments to keep it dear to your heart. I determine the course of my morning and, in turn, my day. First and foremost, I acknowledge that I hold the key to how today unfolds. The instant you embrace total responsibility for your emotional landscape, everything transforms. This isn't about shouldering the blame for unfortunate events. Rather, it's about seizing your power to dictate your reactions to life's unpredictable nature. Viktor Frankl, a resilient survivor of the Holocaust and a profound psychiatrist, unearthed this insight amidst the most unimaginable horrors. He eloquently expressed, "Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing: the last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. If a person can sustain emotional equilibrium in a concentration camp, then surely you can cultivate that balance in your everyday life. Too often, individuals exist as unwitting victims of their emotions. Their feelings hinge on the whims of traffic, the caprices of the weather, the actions of others, or the state of their finances. They awaken and instinctively reach for their phones, allowing the barrage of notifications to dictate whether their mood will soar or plummet. This existence resembles emotional bondage, a trap that leaves many feeling powerless in their own lives. By affirming, "I am responsible for how today feels," you are proclaiming your autonomy. You are declaring that your happiness, tranquility, and confidence are not commodities to be bartered away. You are reclaiming dominion over the one aspect no one can ever confiscate from you: your reaction to life's events. This does not imply that you will be immune to disappointment, frustration, or sadness. Instead, it signifies an awareness that these feelings are transient visitors, not permanent inhabitants. You come to realize that, while you cannot control external circumstances, you wield complete power over your internal responses. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus imparted wisdom that our suffering stems not from the events themselves, but from our perceptions of those events. Alter the perception, and you alter the suffering. This morning affirmation rewires your mind, guiding you away from seeking validation externally and nudging you toward discovering your inner strength. Begin each day by placing your hand over your heart and reciting these words with unwavering conviction. I am responsible for how today feels. My emotions are my choice. My peace is my decision. Today, I embrace strength over weakness, clarity over confusion, and hope over fear. Witness the transformation that unfolds when you shift from being a victim of your surroundings to becoming the architect of your emotional journey. You will unveil a kind of liberation that most individuals have yet to even fathom. Secondly, remember that nothing can disrupt your peace without your consent. Your tranquility is like a fortified castle, and you are the guardian at its gates. Each morning, you must consciously decide who or what gains entry to your mental sanctuary. Many leave their gates flung wide open, allowing every ounce of criticism, every worry, and every negative thought to march right in and establish a stronghold within their minds. In the profound reflections of the Roman emperor and Stoic thinker Marcus Aurelius, he once penned in his meditations, "You hold dominion over your mind, not over the unfolding events around you." Grasp this truth, and you will uncover a wellspring of strength. He recognized that genuine power lies not in manipulating external circumstances, but in mastering the inner landscape of your thoughts and emotions. By asserting that nothing can disrupt your peace without your consent, you establish a protective barrier around your inner sanctum, declaring that your serenity is not a communal space available for anyone to invade and wreak havoc. You become the vigilant guardian of your own mental realm. This does not imply that you become devoid of emotions or detached from the world. Rather, it embodies the Stoic practice of cultivating what they termed the discipline of desire, an unwavering ability to remain grounded even amid external disturbances. You can acknowledge the sting of unkind words without allowing them to hijack your entire day. You can recognize a setback without letting it erode your self-assurance. The key lies in the pause that exists between an event and your reaction to it. This sacred moment grants you the power to choose your response. Many rush through life, reacting instinctively, unaware that this vital space exists. Yet, when you train yourself to pause, you unveil a remarkable superpower. Each morning, as you stand before the mirror, take a moment to affirm your resolve. Nothing can disrupt my peace without my permission. I am the protector of my inner world. Today, I choose who and what gains access to my thoughts. My tranquility is not for sale, nor available for rent, and certainly not open for negotiation. Observe how your experience of the world shifts when you understand that your peace rests entirely in your own hands. You become unshakable, not because adversity ceases to exist, but because you have learned to safeguard what truly matters. I encourage you to embody this affirmation in your life. I am the guardian of my own peace. Today, I will focus solely on what lies within my control. The quickest route to emotional turmoil is the futile attempt to manipulate that which is entirely outside of your reach. Yet each day, countless individuals squander vast amounts of mental energy fretting over the opinions of others, the whims of the weather, the fluctuations of the economy, political strife, and an endless array of other factors beyond their influence. Epictetus, another stalwart of Stoic philosophy, elucidated a fundamental tenet. Some things fall within our realm of control, while others remain beyond it. He classified all aspects of existence into two clear categories: what you can control and what you cannot. Mastering this distinction is the key to mastering your life. So, what can you genuinely influence? Your effort, your attitude, your words, your actions, your reactions, and your decisions. These are your true domains. Everything else, other people's behavior, the past, the future, natural calamities, market fluctuations, and even your boss's temperament, is entirely beyond your sway. Many individuals have this perspective inverted. They expend a staggering 80% of their mental resources striving to govern the uncontrollable, while neglecting the aspects of life they truly can influence. They fret over what may transpire in the coming weeks, all the while ignoring the power they possess to act in the present moment. In a world where the opinions of others often loom large, many find themselves overly concerned about how they are perceived, neglecting the vital question of who they truly wish to become. Imagine waking up each day with a resolute mindset, proclaiming, "Today, I will concentrate solely on what lies within my control." This simple declaration is not just a fleeting thought. It is a powerful commitment to channel your precious mental energy into areas where it can genuinely create a positive impact. You are consciously opting for effectiveness over the anxiety that often plagues our minds, choosing to act rather than dwell in worry, and embracing a sense of influence over feelings of helplessness. The ancient Greek Stoics introduced a profound technique known as the circle of control. Picture your life divided into 3 distinct circles. The first represents what you have complete control over. The second encompasses what you can influence to some extent. And the third consists of everything that lies beyond your reach. Your challenge is to devote 90% of your attention to the first circle, 10% to the second, and completely disregard the third. This simple morning ritual can drastically change your perspective. Instead of waking up to a sense of dread fueled by the chaos of the world around you, you rise invigorated by the myriad opportunities within your own realm of influence. Rather than feeling a sense of powerlessness, you cultivate a focused mindset. What once felt like scattered anxiety transforms into a crystal-clear sense of direction. Stand tall, gaze into your own reflection, and affirm with unwavering conviction, "Today, I will focus solely on what I can control. I refuse to squander my energy on matters beyond my grasp. My attention is reserved for my actions, my efforts, and my responses. This is where my true power resides." Now, let us explore the profound realization that your worth is not defined by the outcomes of today. Your intrinsic value as a person is not at all dependent on whether you secure that promotion, win a debate, or experience a flawless day. Yet, far too many individuals find themselves tethered to their daily performance, riding an emotional roller coaster that never seems to end. They soar high when circumstances favor them and plummet into despair when they falter. The Stoic philosopher Seneca, who served as an advisor to emperors and amassed great wealth, learned this lesson through personal turmoil. Exiled by Emperor Caligula and ultimately compelled to take his own life under Nero's orders, he came to understand that while external accomplishments may be fleeting, true worth remains everlasting. He famously stated, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." Your worth transcends any singular achievement or failure. Society often conditions us to evaluate ourselves through the lens of productivity, financial success, relationship statuses, or accolades. We wake each morning under the false belief that we must demonstrate our value through daily achievements before the sun sets. This mindset is not only exhausting, but also perilous, as it links our self-esteem to elements that may be partially or entirely beyond our control. When you affirm to yourself, "My worth is not measured by today's outcomes," you are liberating yourself from the shackles of the relentless performance cycle. You declare that your value is inherent, not something to be earned or negotiated. You existed long before today's trials and will endure long after any victories or losses. Your essence is not subject to the whims of temporary circumstances. This realization does not imply that you should abandon your pursuit of excellence or stop caring about results. Rather, it encourages you to disentangle your efforts from your identity. Strive for greatness without allowing your self-respect to hinge on whether you attain it. Embrace the journey of striving and growing, and let your worth shine brightly, independent of the outcomes that life may present. Disappointment from unfavorable outcomes can sting, yet it doesn't have to shatter your spirit. You can revel in your victories without tethering your self-worth to them. Ancient philosophers known as Stoics grasped a profound truth. Genuine confidence springs from a deep understanding of your true self, unshaken by the turmoil of external circumstances. They referred to this concept as preferred indifferent outcomes, which signifies that while you may desire certain results, they do not dictate your value as a person. Landing that dream job is certainly desirable, but failing to secure it does not diminish your inherent worth. Each morning, take a moment to remind yourself of this liberating reality. My value is not contingent upon the results of today. I hold significance simply because I exist, not solely because of my accomplishments. Today, I will pour my heart into my endeavors, fully aware that my worth remains intact, no matter the outcome. Whether I soar to success or stumble in failure, I am deserving of love, respect, and dignity. Moving on to another vital principle. I will take action, rather than merely having intentions. The chasm between good intentions and meaningful action is often where dreams fade away into oblivion. Each dawn, countless individuals awaken with grand aspirations. They plan to launch that business, reach out to a friend, start a new exercise regimen, or finally pen that book. Yet, as the day wanes, too many find themselves having done little more than think about their ambitions. Marcus Aurelius, a wise Stoic, frequently reminded himself, "When you rise in the morning, even if reluctantly, let this thought guide you. I am rising to fulfill the responsibilities of a human being." He recognized that intentions without action are merely sophisticated forms of delay. The distinction between those who achieve success and those who do not is rarely about talent, fortune, or circumstances. It lies in the ability to bridge the gap between thought and action. While many people spend their time refining their plans, those who succeed are busy perfecting their execution. While the masses wait for the perfect moment, the achievers are out there crafting the ideal circumstances through decisive actions. By declaring, "I will take action, not just intend," you are pledging to be someone who acts rather than someone who endlessly prepares. You are choosing to embrace imperfection in your endeavors rather than succumbing to a paralysis of planning that stifles your start. At the heart of Stoicism is a straightforward yet powerful principle. Virtue is manifested through action. Knowing what is right is not sufficient. You must embody it. Comprehending wisdom is meaningless if you do not live it out. Knowledge devoid of action is merely entertainment. Your morning affirmation establishes what psychologists refer to as an implementation intention, a clear plan that aligns your aspirations with your behaviors. Instead of merely stating, "I want to exercise," affirm, "I will take action toward my health goals." Rather than thinking, "I should call my parents," proclaim, "I will act on my commitment to my family." The instant you transition from intention to action, everything transforms. You cease to be a mere observer in your own life and step into the role of the protagonist. You no longer await permission. Instead, you begin to forge opportunities. You move beyond hoping for improvement to actively making it happen. Stand tall and make this unwavering commitment. I will take action, not just intend. Today, I embrace action over endless deliberation, choosing progress instead of the pursuit of perfection, and prioritizing doing over simply dreaming. My intentions hold no power if they remain unacted upon. Today, I take the leap. Every challenge I encounter is an opportunity to fortify my spirit. Just as the very fire that softens butter also hardens steel, each morning presents a choice: to become resilient or to melt under pressure. Many individuals perceive obstacles as punishments bestowed upon them by fate. Yet the wise among us recognize these hurdles as the crucibles where our character is sculpted and our strength is nurtured. Take, for instance, James Stockdale, a United States Navy admiral who endured 7 grueling years of torture as a prisoner of war in Vietnam. He attributed his survival to the principles of Stoic philosophy, asserting, "You must never confuse faith that you will prevail in the end, which you can never afford to lose, with the discipline to confront the most brutal facts of your current reality." He grasped a profound truth. Challenges do not shatter us. Rather, they unveil our true essence and offer us the chance to grow even stronger. At this very moment, you may be grappling with a formidable challenge. Perhaps it's financial strain, turbulent relationships, health concerns, or uncertainty in your career. The instinctive human reaction might be to wish these burdens away, to lament the hand fate has dealt you, or to wallow in self-pity. But what if these trials are not merely happening to you? What if they are unfolding for your benefit? The ancient Stoics possessed an extraordinary outlook on adversity. They viewed challenges as training sessions orchestrated by destiny, designed to cultivate their character. Marcus Aurelius, a revered philosopher and emperor, penned, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Every obstacle contains within it the seeds of opportunity if you have the eyes to see it." By reframing your mindset to view every challenge as a chance to grow stronger, you shift your relationship with hardship. No longer a victim of circumstances, you become a student of life, evolving from asking, "Why is this happening to me?" to pondering, "What can I learn from this experience?" This perspective does not imply that you should seek out suffering or relish in difficulties. It acknowledges that struggle is the toll we pay for growth, and that true growth is the currency of a life imbued with meaning. Just as muscles strengthen through resistance, character flourishes through trials. Each morning, Prepare your mind for the unknown challenges that the day may unfold. Every hurdle is a chance to bolster your strength. I embrace difficulties as stepping stones towards character development. The challenges I face today will transform into the strengths I wield tomorrow. I do not pray for an easier existence. Instead, I pray for the fortitude to become a stronger individual. Furthermore, I resolve to refrain from comparing my journey to that of others. Comparison is not just a thief of joy. It is also a saboteur of progress, self-confidence, and genuine success. Each morning, millions awaken and instinctively begin to measure their lives against the highlight reels showcased on social media. They often forget that they are juxtaposing their behind-the-scenes reality with someone else's meticulously crafted performance. This misguided comparison can overshadow our unique paths, diverting us from recognizing and cherishing our own personal growth. The ancient philosopher Epictetus imparted a timeless lesson about the power of self-reflection and the liberation found in focusing solely on one's own actions. He understood that the only true competition lies within ourselves, specifically the person we were yesterday. In today's world, where social media incessantly bombards us with snapshots of others' lives, the temptation to compare ourselves becomes an all-consuming addiction. You scroll through images of someone basking in the sun on a tropical getaway, and suddenly, your own life feels monotonous. You witness an acquaintance announcing a well-deserved promotion, and instantly, your career ambitions seem stagnant. You come across heartwarming posts of a couple in love, and your own romantic endeavors appear lacking. Yet, what remains hidden from view are their struggles, fears, failures, and the quiet moments of uncertainty that everyone experiences. When you boldly declare, "I will not measure my journey against anyone else's," you are choosing to run your own race, setting your own pace toward a finish line that is uniquely yours. You are taking a stand against letting the timelines of others dictate your self-worth. You recognize that each individual embarks on their path from different starting points, equipped with varied resources and faced with distinct challenges, each defining success in their own way. Your journey is a reflection of your individuality, shaped by your background, your strengths, your trials, your aspirations, and the circumstances that are yours alone. Attempting to follow someone else's path is akin to trying to wear shoes that were never made for you. They may appear appealing from the outside, but they will never fit comfortably and will inevitably lead to discomfort. The most accomplished and fulfilled individuals have grasped the importance of defining success on their own terms. They have let go of the need to impress those they don't even admire with achievements that hold no significance for them. They have learned to revel in the successes of others without diminishing their own worth and to appreciate their progress without seeking validation from the outside world. This morning, make a heartfelt commitment to live authentically. Say to yourself, "I will not compare my journey to that of anyone else. My path is distinct, my timing is impeccable, and my progress holds meaning. Today, I will celebrate the triumphs of others without questioning my value. I am precisely where I need to be on this unique journey of mine." Furthermore, I choose discipline over fleeting motivation. Motivation can be as unpredictable as the weather, temporary and beyond our control. Some mornings, you awaken feeling invincible, ready to conquer the world, while on others, even emerging from your bed feels like a monumental task. However, discipline is as fundamental as breathing. It persists whether you feel inclined to act or not. The Roman general and Stoic philosopher Marcus Cato the Younger exemplified steadfast discipline, even braving the biting cold of winter to walk barefoot through the streets of Rome, fortifying his resolve. He recognized that comfort often stands as an obstacle to greatness, and that discipline serves as the crucial link between ambition and achievement. Many people wait for a surge of motivation to strike them like a bolt of lightning, believing they must feel inspired, energized, or exhilarated before they can take action. So they remain in a state of inaction, wondering why they never progress toward their aspirations. The truth is, one does not need motivation to act. What one truly needs is the steadfastness of discipline. In the world around us, there exists a stark contrast between those who are driven by discipline and those who allow themselves to be consumed by excuses. When you make the conscious choice to embrace discipline rather than rely on fleeting motivation, you declare your independence from the whims of your emotions. You are asserting that your actions will not be dictated by how you feel at any given moment. Instead, you commit to pursuing what is necessary, regardless of the comfort of the moment. Discipline is akin to a muscle. The more you exercise it, the more robust it becomes. Every time you opt for discipline over complacency, you are effectively adding weight to your character, reinforcing the foundation of who you are. Each time you push through a task that you'd rather avoid, you are proving to yourself that you are capable of honoring your own commitments. The ancient Stoics referred to this as the discipline of action, a profound ability to pursue virtue even amidst difficulty, monotony, or discomfort. They understood that while motivation may waver like the changing winds, it is discipline that fosters the persistent actions necessary to cultivate extraordinary lives. Consider the most accomplished individual you know. I assure you, they are not inherently more motivated than you. They are simply more disciplined. They have mastered the art of separating their actions from their emotional states and have aligned their behaviors with their core values. This morning, take a moment to make a powerful pledge. I choose discipline over motivation. I will act in accordance with my commitments, irrespective of my feelings. Today, I will honor my word and do what I promised, regardless of my mood. My discipline is my superpower. Embrace this affirmation. My discipline shapes my destiny. Now, let's turn our attention to gratitude and its remarkable ability to shape our perception of the day ahead. Your perspective is a powerful lens through which you view your reality, and gratitude serves as the transformative filter that turns the mundane into the magnificent. Each morning, you stand at a crossroads. One path leads to dwelling on what you lack, while the other invites you to appreciate what you already possess. One choice spirals into misery, while the other blossoms into abundance. The philosopher Seneca wisely noted, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." He understood that gratitude does not require us to ignore our challenges. Rather, it prompts us to recognize the miracles that coexist alongside our struggles. Right now, as you absorb these words, your heart beats rhythmically without your conscious direction. Your lungs expand and contract effortlessly, providing you with life-sustaining air. You have access to clean water, a roof over your head, and the ability to hear these thoughts through technology that would have astonished those living just 100 years ago. Yet, how often do we rise each day consumed by thoughts of what we lack? When you proclaim, "Gratitude will shape how I see the day," you are making a deliberate choice to train your mind to acknowledge abundance rather than scarcity. Scientific research in neuroscience reveals that gratitude can literally reshape your brain, forging new neural pathways that encourage a more optimistic, resilient, and content disposition. Embracing gratitude does not mean pretending that everything is perfect or dismissing real challenges. It is about maintaining a balanced perspective. It is a reminder that even on your worst days, there are always aspects worthy of appreciation. Happiness often eludes us in the pursuit of our desires. True joy lies not in the abundance of our wants, but in the profound appreciation of what we already possess. The ancient Stoics embraced a practice known as negative visualization, where they would contemplate the loss of their current blessings. They would reflect on the possibility of losing their health, their cherished relationships, or their possessions. Not to wallow in sorrow, but to cultivate a deeper sense of gratitude for the life they were living. Imagine waking each morning with a heart full of appreciation instead of a mind burdened by problems. By shifting your focus from what you lack to the wealth of blessings that surround you, you transform your outlook. Rather than feeling deprived, you embrace a sense of abundance. Instead of viewing challenges as barriers, you recognize them as gateways to personal growth. Gratitude becomes the lens through which you perceive your day, illuminating the goodness that exists in every moment. Today, I consciously choose a mindset of abundance over scarcity, appreciation over complaints, and wonder over worry. My grateful heart is the architect of my joyful existence. As the sun rises, it offers a new opportunity, a promise to invest the day wisely. With each day, you have the chance to enrich your life with wisdom, strengthen your character, and move closer to the person you are destined to be. This journey isn't defined by monumental achievements every single day. Instead, it's shaped by the cumulative effect of small, consistent improvements that can turn ordinary routines into extraordinary lives. Seneca, a wise philosopher, engaged in a nightly ritual where he would reflect upon his day and ponder questions such as, "What wound did I heal today? What challenge did I overcome? In what ways can I better myself?" He recognized that the aim was not perfection, but rather progress. Even a slight improvement of just 1% each day could lead to remarkable transformations over time. When you commit to ending each day on a higher note than it began, you turn every single day into a masterclass of personal development. You rise each morning as version 1 of yourself and retire each night as version 1.01. Though it may seem trivial, the math is striking. A mere 1% improvement every day for a year results in being 37 times better by the year's end. This mindset reshapes your approach to life's challenges. That tough conversation? A chance to muster your courage. That blunder? Valuable feedback for future choices. That annoying delay? An opportunity to practice patience. Each experience transforms into raw material for your growth, rather than a mere occurrence in your life. The beauty of this perspective lies in its ability to make failure feel impossible. Even on a day that seems to go horribly wrong, you can still find ways to end it on a positive note by learning from your experiences. Mistakes become stepping stones for wisdom, and falling short of your goals opens the door to reevaluation and improvement for tomorrow. This journey is not about self-criticism or the relentless quest for perfection. It's about being deliberate in your growth and appreciating that each day is a precious gift, not to be squandered, but embraced fully. When you consistently conclude each day on a higher note than where you began, you cultivate a powerful momentum that propels you toward the life you truly aspire to lead. Your future self is relying on the decisions you make in the present moment. Ensure that those choices are significant. These 10 morning affirmations transcend mere words. They form a foundational framework for crafting an unbreakable existence. As you awaken each day, take ownership of your journey, safeguard your inner tranquility, concentrate on what lies within your control. Acknowledge your intrinsic value, opt for action rather than mere intention. Welcome challenges as opportunities. Steer clear of comparisons, emphasize discipline, practice gratitude, and commit to ongoing growth. In doing so, you evolve from a passive participant in life to an active architect of your reality. The wise philosophers of ancient times grasped a fundamental truth that many contemporary self-help narratives often overlook. Genuine strength does not simply hinge on maintaining a positive mindset or ignoring the difficulties that arise. Instead, it hinges on cultivating the internal resources that empower you to face whatever life presents with wisdom, bravery, and grace. These morning declarations serve as your daily regimen for nurturing that kind of resilience. Keep in mind that perfection is not the goal. Consistency is key. Begin with the affirmation that speaks to your heart the most and gradually weave in the others over time. The objective is not to transform into a Stoic philosopher overnight, but rather to cultivate a bit more resilience, a touch more intention, and greater control over your daily experiences. Your mornings have the power to shape your days. Those days, in turn, mold your life, and ultimately, your life defines your legacy. Make every moment count. If this message resonates with you, take a moment to express your appreciation. Share it with someone who might need a spark of inspiration. Leave a comment sharing your favorite morning affirmation, and remember to stay connected for more transformative insights. Your future self will be grateful for the meaningful investments you make in your mornings today.